This is a tale of two cities, two monsters, and two monster makers. The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms is stop-motion animator Ray Harryhausen's first masterpiece, while the Giant Behemoth finds his mentor, Willis O'Brien, in the twilight of his career. Harryhausen had apprenticed under O'Brien during the making of Mighty Joe Young, but by the mid-50s, especially with the release of Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, Harryhausen became preeminent in the field. This 1955 British reworking of The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms is definitely a junior partner in the firm, but it gets the job done nevertheless thanks to director Eugene Lourie, who helmed both films. Eugene Lourie was a multi-talented Russian-French filmmaker who worked as a director and a production designer, and a special effects artist. He worked with French filmmaker Jean Renoir during the 1930s, most notably on La Grande Illusion. After he moved to Hollywood in the early 1940s, Lourie quickly found work as an art director and production designer. He made his directorial debut in The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, the first of three monster movies that he would direct. They are The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, The Giant Behemoth, and Gorgo. Lourie later said that he felt typecast by directing such films. C'est la guerre. I loved all the Universal classic monster movies when I was a kid, but if you wanted a big monster loose in the big city kind of movie, there was only one place to go, and that was the $1 Million Movie. They had King Kong, the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Rodan. And while the Giant Behemoth does not rank with those luminaries, it still has a place on the Boomer honor roll of city-smashing monsters. Steve Barnes is an American marine biologist who's in London for a conference dealing with radioactive pollution. The word radioactive is, of course, the key explanation for all the trouble in all such movies. Meanwhile, in the Cornwall village of Looe, a fisherman has been burned to death by something that has come out of the sea. A few days later, thousands of dead fish have washed up along the same shore. Our American hero is about to fly home when he sees the news report about the dead fish and decides to stay in England to investigate. Gene Evans plays the American scientist, and the steel helmet aside, this may be his biggest leading role. He joins the ranks of dozens of American actors who started to work abroad in the 50s. Personally, I'm more of a Forrest Tucker kind of guy. Andre Morell plays Professor Bickford, the British scientist who heads a royal commission investigating issues of health and safety in the marketplace. Morell is a well-known face to my generation thanks to movies like The Bridge on the River Kwai and The Hound of the Baskervilles. And if you get a chance, check out his villainous turn in Cash on Demand. Together, Evans and Morell make a Cold War odd couple. The Yank is all brash determination as he commandeers such British resources as laboratories and fishing boats and finally a mini-submarine, while the Brit is, at first, more reserved and skeptical as they track down our monster. The animation work by pioneering stop-motion master Willis O'Brien along with Pete Peterson is not nearly as fluid as Harryhausen's work in The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. But we kids were happy anytime a big monster came to town. Both movies have scenes of our monster knocking over a brick wall and burying the look-a-loos beneath. But who could look away? Both movies have crowds of people running in the streets while the army deploys. Now we're talking. Besides being on the plus side, our monsters have other dangerous traits as well. The Beast carries a deadly virus, while the Behemoth emits a radioactive wave that burns the Brits to crispy rashers. Fans of Where Eagles Dare can spot everyone's favorite Nazi, Darren Nesbitt, in a small part. When the movie hit DVD, the special feature of the special features was a commentary track by Oscar-winning special effects artists Dennis Muren and Phil Tippett. And it pissed me off to no end. Granted, these Oscar-winning specialists are talking about their particular field, talking shop as it were, but they seem to know little else. The great character actor Jack McGowan, in particular, is dismissed in an almost snobbish manner. It made me wonder if these guys knew anything outside of their particular wheelhouse. I thought, come on, guys. Anyone giving a commentary track should be well versed in the movie. And that applies even to those of us who occupy the far reaches of the YouTube universe. While The Giant Behemoth may not be a top-tier Monster Loose in the City movie, I still like it. I give it 2.5 things out of 5. See you around the campus.